Ready. Okay.
I forgot how to do this.
Don't worry. I got you. Oh, it sounds really good when I say that. Like you don't know how to do something and I do. Welcome back, everybody, to the morning after. We are coming home from what feels like a very, very amazing but long trip.
Yes.
I have my husband on with me today, and as you can tell, he is tired.
From said trip.
Before we get into it, though, wanted to touch base on the Camp Mystic stuff, that the tragedy that occurred. Matthew's, has some people very close to that camp. In fact, your sister went there. Mm-hmm. But really just wanted to take a second and say prayers and just say that we're thinking about you guys, all the families who lost kids. I mean, it is incredibly hard to even look at that stuff. You told me about it, which I, as you guys know, I don't follow the news. I should follow it way more, but he mentioned it to me, and you keep just hearing and seeing footage, and it is your worst nightmare if you're a parent. All that to say, we really want to just take a second and let you guys know that we are thinking about you guys. Gosh, I sent you something today. They were 8-year-old twins. Yeah. And that hit because that's what we have. And again, as a parent, it's hard to even look at the sisters who are clinging to each other. I mean, it just keeps coming, things keep coming out. And that camp was a Christian camp. And the Heavenly Father has called them up. He wanted them up there. If you do have faith in that, I mean, it gives you a little bit, it makes you a little bit at ease, not anything. I mean, I can't put my feet in these parents' shoes right now, but it is just very tragic. And again, it's a parent's worst nightmare.
100%. Awful thing to see. I can't imagine in the middle of the night waking up to something like that, whether you were at the camp or around, but it's tough thing to look at, tough thing to understand why those kind of things happen. But there were a lot of people out there brave that were, there's some amazing stories from it too, of people trying to save people and getting that done. But definitely heart-wrenching and tough thing to read about and see about. Just thinking about the people of of that region of the country hits pretty close to home for me. Mm-hmm. And just thinking about you, it's a tough thing to understand and a tough thing to wrap your head around.
Yeah. That U.S. Coast Guard guy who saved like nearly 200 lives. I don't think he's very old. I think he's pretty young. But shout out to the parents who raised that man, because the amount of lives he just saved and a lot of families that honestly, like, you can't thank someone enough for that.
No.
But I think his name's Scott Ruskin. So people like that, you hear those stories and it is amazing. And are we grateful for him, because imagine how many people would be hurting right now without his bravery and all that. But there are still those people that are mourning and grieving and hurting, and it's children. And whenever it's children involved, it's hard to understand. It's hard to understand any tragedy, but especially when there's young little girls involved. And I think I looked at you and I said, we're sending our girls to sleepaway camp for the first time this year, and they're so excited. And I imagine those girls were so excited to get to go to this camp, and for it to end like that is just, it's so hard. So we just want to take a second and just say that we are praying and thinking about all of y'all. I know there's not much that any of us can do to fill that void that you're feeling, but I just hope that God shows you, I guess mercy in the way of letting you know that he's got them. So, all right, it's tough to move on from, but we are going to move on. We're going to go to our It's a Lots. Do you want to go first?
Well, yeah, mine's kind of like a future hope it's not a lot, but I know it's going to be a lot for me.
Okay.
I recently, the Face ID on my iPhone stopped working, so I had to pull the trigger and get another iPhone. Oh. And I just know it's going to be a lot for me to try and change it. I bought a computer earlier this off season, first one in about 5 or 6 years just to Zoom because I had a tough first introductory Zoom with the media.
Y'all, he went mute, then he disappeared. Like, they were like, Matthew.
Well, I was doing it from my cell phone, and I don't know what I'm doing. I couldn't see who was talking to me. So I bought a computer literally just to do that, and it was multiple trips to the Apple Store. It was tough. So I just know, come about 9 p.m. tonight on the West Coast, I'm thinking all the people I know in the central part of the country and the East Coast will be asleep, and I will start the process of trying to switch out phones, which I wish was just a SIM card to a SIM card, but I have a feeling there's going to be a whole lot more than that involved.
Well, no.
So Apple Store, here I come.
Now it's just like sitting in the air.
Which doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. I don't get the cloud. I don't understand where all of that's being held. I know it's like a huge server, but it does feel like a cloud. Didn't your grandmother used to be like, how did the pictures just travel through the air?
Yeah, she didn't understand when like your computer or your phone was started to be unplugged.
Yeah.
She was doing that, and I'd always tell her to move because she was blocking them. And she'd be like, where do I go?
Oh, R.I.P. Sweet woman.
Yes.
I will say you're horrible with Apple tech. You're horrible with all technology, but especially Apple technology.
Yeah.
And I think it's gotten easier, but when it's easier, it almost makes it harder. Does that make sense?
There's multiple
ways.
We also have like some iCloud issues in our family that are just not making it any easier.
This is actually fantastic. I think we need to say what this is. So Matthew's mom and him, for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was like when I first got to Detroit, I was like, got an iPhone, and my mom was probably on something else. I think I like for her birthday or something, I got her an iPhone, and I was like just trying to set it up quickly. She wasn't there. They're like, what's her email? I was like, I don't know, just use mine. Doesn't matter, whatever. Anyways,
the same
I
cloud.
have some like contacts that I don't know who they are, and my mom has some contacts she should never have access to.
That's my favorite part. I one night am gonna have a couple glasses of wine with your mom, and we're gonna go through her phone, and we're just gonna start prank calling all the people that she should not have this. Like,
she's sent one in the however many years she says. I think it was to Kings of Leon, the band. So really sorry for you guys that caught a heater from Margaret Stafford, but
those people could only be so lucky.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyone who gets reached out by Margaret, because she's gonna make you laugh somehow. So
I don't even know I had their number in my phone.
Why did you have their number?
I don't know, but I did.
Were you a Kings of Leon fan?
I don't know. Maybe we went to like a concert or something. I don't know.
I never went to their concert.
I don't know that I did either, but
yeah.
I have it.
Okay.
So
well, that is a lot.
You, Mom.
You know what I think is wildly underrated is having a friend who works at the Apple Store. How do we not have a friend who we could just call and be like, "Yo, how do you do this?"
Well, I used to have a hookup in Detroit.
There's no hookups at an Apple Store. They don't care. Well, except for that guy. Have you had one since?
No, but he was the man. I never even had to go in the store. It was awesome.
What was his name? Do you remember?
Not going to put him on blast.
Okay, fair.
Secret safe with me,
It's really because he doesn't remember his name.
That's true. Also.
But I really do believe that if you had someone that you knew that knew Apple products, it would be so resourceful and just an incredible relationship solely for probably me.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would like me too. I would hope. I don't know what I could supply them that would be as beneficial as knowing how to work Apple products, but I could work on it.
Yeah.
I could think of some things. Obviously, we all know why staying hydrated is so important. I mean, to be honest, it helps with everything. Not only does it help your body continue to keep going, but also that it helps your skin, it helps your hair, it helps your digestion. So staying hydrated is huge. And during the summer, it's hard because you're sweating a lot. And this is why I love Cure, because you are replenishing those electrolytes, but you're doing it in the right way. You're getting these electrolytes the clean way. And honestly, it is fantastic tasting. They have a bunch of different flavors, but right now I'm loving the watermelon and also the strawberry kiwi. It's doctor approved and there's only 25 calories per serving. Guys, we need to stay hydrated. It's hot. It is so hot right now. And every time we sweat, we are just losing those electrolytes. So replenish and stay hydrated with Cure. Hydration goes beyond drinking water. Obviously, water is not going to replace everything we lose. It's about replenishing the electrolytes we lose through sweat, sleep, alcohol, and daily activities. Water alone isn't enough to do the job. That's why you need to try Cure. The electrolyte drink makes that taste as amazing as it makes you feel. For our splashers, Cure is offering 20% off your first order. Stay hydrated and feel your best by visiting curehydration.com/Kelly and using that promo code Kelly at checkout. That's curehydration.com/Kelly and use that code Kelly for 20% off your first order. All right, my It's a Lot is a little more serious than that.
Oh no.
Or did you read it?
No, here we go.
You didn't?
Let's get serious. We were laughing.
Okay. Well, I think it's important because I feel like people can relate to this. So Matthew and I have been traveling. And not only have we been traveling, like we hit off season and we kind of forget like the dynamics change in the house. Like he's around and can help. And meanwhile, I'm on my like stressed out, need to do everything. And honestly don't really know how to include him in a nice way.
Yeah.
So we went to Atlanta, we went to Montana. We've been gone for like 2.5 weeks. And I feel like what people can relate to is when you are traveling like that and you are surrounded by people constantly that are not like your kids, but like family and friends and whatnot, it's really hard to be able to communicate sometimes. Like if someone says something that hurts someone's feelings, or if, we're feeling a little bit resentful of some things, it's hard to connect because you're just trying to move and groove and kind of.
Yeah. There's a lot of people to talk to.
There's a lot of people to talk to. And sometimes you're tired of talking at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And the most important person sitting next to you that you should probably be talking to, you don't. Right. And we had to have a conversation in Montana. We finally like took a morning to ourselves and we're like, we're going on a walk because we'd kind of been, at each other's throats a little bit. And, marriage has its ups and downs all the time. And we just hadn't addressed some things that were needing to be addressed. But when we're usually pretty good at communicating, yeah. I'm just like putting it out there. I'm going to challenge people because there's a lot of people traveling now. Summer's going on. You're going to visit families, friends. Like if there is something going on that you'd normally sit down and talk to your spouse about, but you're not because it's just busy or there's too many people around or you don't want to like take time away from whatever is going on, do it. Because it's not worth letting it kind of like build up.
Well, yeah, and you just also have to realize too, like you have to, find time to talk about it for sure. But like you got to realize that like it is just difficult to do. So, like, understand that whenever you're getting frustrated or upset too, hey, okay, this may not be the exact time, but we got to do it at some point.
Yeah, so. Maybe write it down.
Yeah.
I think I wrote some of it. Like, again, you did too. Like, it wasn't like massive things. It was just little things that we had let kind of go and pile up. And then all of a sudden, one smaller thing causes a blow up because we've been kind of just like holding some things in, not taking the time or not thinking we have the time. But I do think you have the time.
Yeah.
Or you should make it.
Right.
Regardless of how small or how big it is. So that's my It's a Lot. Just like traveling with your family and being able to be on the same page with your spouse through communication because it's hard to do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Speaking of traveling, that is what we've been doing. Oof. It has been a summer so far of living out of suitcases.
Yeah.
Although I unpack.
Yeah, I'm not an unpacker.
I unpack everybody.
Kelly moves in.
I move my ass in. We went to.
You're gonna be there for 2 days, and we're moving in.
I did Athens.
Night lamp, the whole thing.
Night lamp.
I'm just kidding.
Night light.
Yeah.
Is it a night lamp?
Sure.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Okay. All right. No, but we got to go back to Athens. We got to take our kids, which is pretty awesome. Going back, the entire place is it's
incredible.
Very different. And the facilities, my goodness. If you are an athlete right now deciding where to go to college or although NIL has changed everything, but we're not going to talk about that because that's a different conversation. Although I do want to talk about that eventually. But if you are a athlete that you're starting to consider colleges, I would really go check out Georgia. Mm-hmm. And that is not because I'm a dog, go Dogs. But
I'm not barking. I thought you were about to ask me to bark.
My southern accent kind of just came back, and it was nice. But where was I? Oh, yeah. The facilities are insane.
Yeah, it's amazing. They definitely are doing what they can to try to take care of athletes and give them the best chance to be successful. That's for sure.
I mean, I told Matthew, I was like, no offense to the NFL, but colleges have y'all beat.
Oh yeah. Well, it used to be that was how you recruited, right? You recruited with these unbelievable facilities, and it was like, so there was a facilities race in the, 2010 to 2020, right? There was everybody who can build the biggest, newest, coolest thing to attract talent. And now a lot of those places are putting that probably a little bit more on the back burner. Thank goodness Georgia did it recently and did it the right way, and it's great, you know, but now it's different in the fact that it's more so how much cash can you put in my pocket. But it's I think Kirby does a great job and Georgia as a whole does a great job of kind of that balancing act, of like, hey,
how do you balance that?
Yeah, you probably miss out on certain people that you don't feel like are going to be fits, but that are, in the public eye a higher rated player than somebody else, and then you go win with the guys that you have.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Do we think coaching has become way more important now?
Well, it's definitely different. I know that. I know that Mike Bobo used to snatch me by my face mask, and I imagine that's hard to do with a kid that feels like if you do that, he might just transfer, at the halfway mark or whatever, and get out of there. So I'm sure it's
how do you teach
different.
Boys to be men if you can't get in their face?
Yeah, no, I mean it's I'm sure it's quite interesting, and I'm sure that's why there are a lot of people either looking to move up into the NFL or also just.
You mean a lot of coaches?
Yeah, or just calling it quits.
I don't know. That whole thing. We have a friend, Sean Chappis, who's involved in athletics over at Georgia, does an incredible job of raising money to be able to get all this stuff done. But talking to him about it, talking to just people, even just within the Georgia sports organization about it, it is just kind of wild how that has, one, come about, and two, I just don't feel like they thought through it, because now I feel like it's just doing this. Like it.
They got a little bit of clarity with the new ruling or whatever, but it's definitely still crazy out there.
Well, I was talking to so I got to hit with the tennis coach at Georgia, which is pretty awesome. The girls won the national championship last year. I don't know if the boys did.
I don't know if they did.
I can't remember. Well, the girls did. I got to hit with this girl named Gigi. Yeah, she has now graduated and stuff like that. They were talking about the NIL and how, roster spots are different now and what they're going to have to do. But, at the end of the day, I guess we got to just suck it up and do whatever they say and move on. But that kind of sucks. It sucks for college athletics.
Yeah. I'm sure these kids are enjoying, being able to help take care of their families. But yeah, it's definitely it's a weird deal.
Yeah. Well, help take care of their families. And I do agree with you. But that's a child you're putting that responsibility on.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I don't think that's fair either. But, all right, moving on. Actually, not moving on. By the way, got to hit with Gigi. Let's go back there. And the tennis coach. And I was feeling so good about my stroke at that point. That's what she said. And as I'm hitting, I'm like, I feel great. And then I'm like, hey, we all hit real quick. Oh, my God. I think she was hitting like 5%.
Yeah.
Legit. I mean, I don't understand, like, between college, semi-pro, pros, and tennis, I'm like, how can it get any faster?
Right.
But it does.
Yeah.
Which Wimbledon is happening right now. Which there is a dream out there of my father's.
Oh, yeah.
That Chandler and Sawyer
play doubles
in Wimbledon. And I'm like, we probably need to get started in tennis then.
Yeah, right.
We're not quite there. They might have the height.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about trying to figure that out right now.
Okay. Matthew doesn't like to, what's it called when you
place expectations.
Well, no, we don't place them on them. Well, I guess I kind of did on this podcast, but they don't listen to it. No, what is it? You never like
really
to
like to play hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals. I mean, I'd be like, hey, are we going to get married? He's like, I don't like to play hypotheticals. I'm like, what the fuck?
So if this would have happened and that would have happened, do you think this would happen? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm worried about like figuring out what we're having for dinner tonight.
It's like the if I were a worm thing. Have you ever heard that?
What is that?
It's
What?
It's like girls say shit at the end of the night in bed. They're like, Baby, if I were a worm, would you still love me?
Oh, 100%. It's the whole hypothetical, like, unbelievable. And guys are just sitting there like, what are we talking about right now?
I wonder what the difference, like, I wish there could be a study of the difference of where brains go, like women's and men's when they hit the pillow.
Oh.
Yours doesn't go anywhere. Yours goes to sleep.
Flatline.
Yeah. Which is so obnoxious. And mine is just like, pew, 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 pew. Like, what's next? What can we do? What can I get from Amazon? Speaking of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, congratulations.
Yeah.
And Lauren Sanchez.
It's Prime Day today,
It is
right?
Prime, yes. And
Prime,
when this comes out,
5
it is
days.
the last day of Prime Day, guys. So make sure you get in there, get what you need, and get out.
I've yet to buy anything personally on the Prime. Don't know how.
Don't worry. Don't worry, I've done it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think.
Oh, wait. No, it's good. Oh, did you see? You probably didn't see it because you don't do social media, but I think I might have showed you one. Like, they got a lot of hate for their wedding and whatnot. And honestly, I didn't keep up with all of the shenanigans that went around it. But what I thought and what I saw, which was very true, is like, you know, they're getting a lot of hate for their wedding, but I just ordered something yesterday from Amazon. It was on my front porch this morning. So, Jeff Bezos, you have a wedding, you king. And I was like, yes, it is very true. And it's a selfish true, but I am grateful for Jeff Bezos and what he has created. I think everyone's grateful for it, even if they don't like what he did with his wedding. I guarantee you all those people have bought something from Amazon. Do you think there's somebody?
I mean, as of like a year and a half ago, I was that person.
You never bought anything from Amazon?
I mean, I don't know. I can't remember that. No, I have now, but like for a long time, I didn't like have the app or anything.
When did it become so big though? Like how many years ago?
Well, it started way back in the day as a bookstore.
Yeah.
Like an online bookstore, basically.
Oh my God.
And then just, yeah, it went from that to.
You can get anything.
Like Kindle was Amazon,
Yeah.
You know, like Prime through your Kindle and stuff, yeah.
I don't really know, but you can literally get anything now.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's dangerous, but fantastic all
guess,
at the same time. Listen, it really is. I mean, like we said earlier, the girls are going to camp, and instead of them sending them with shirts that like I don't want them to ruin, I just hopped on Amazon and quick found some real cheap T-shirts. Was like, yep, those are them. I mean, they tie dye, they paint. You know, everything gets messy at camp. It's almost like I feel like my mom, whenever I came home from camp, she'd take my trunk and just dump it in the trash.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm gonna do. So like that's why I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get. And I know you're looking at me like they have plenty of shirts to take, but they like all those shirts, and I like those shirts. Okay. Well, here we are. You know, I looked at Target, wildly more expensive than the Amazon ones I found.
I believe you.
Does that surprise you?
No, I mean, I guess like you're probably.
I was thinking with like the tariffs. Are there tariffs? Are there not tariffs? I don't know.
Tough to say.
But definitely what I got is coming from China.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Or yeah, not probably not American made. Yeah.
But is Target American made?
Is Target a brand? I think they're more of like a department store, correct? What they have
Target
their own. They have their own
for
brands,
sure a
correct?
brand.
They use wholesale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Wholesale means that they're using the same.
Stop. I mean, I like.
Oh man.
No, they have like Cat and Jack.
Yeah, they carry brands, but there are some Target things I think that come from wholesalers, meaning it's white labeled, which means that it's just an object and anyone can stick their own company branding onto it.
Oh.
Like our merch.
Like our merch. By the way, we have a lot of that.
Yeah.
We'll be reaching out to you guys soon. You know, I think humans are funny because whenever we have problems, we're trying to fix the big part of the problem, when really we probably need to look at the really small foundational problems. And what I'm talking about is actually cellular. At our cellular level, I started taking a supplement called Mitopure, and it is a rare postbiotic urolithin A, which it works by promoting an essential cellular cleanup process that clears out the dysfunctional mitochondria, aka like the battery packs of your cells. So it helps with the effects of age-related cellular decline. Not only that, I've kind of noticed just like peaking energy levels, better workouts, honestly, way faster recoveries, and just more and more endurance in general. You guys know I love to be active, but I just felt myself slowing down a little bit and kind of looked into it. And this is what I found. I mean, Mitopure is the only urolithin A supplement on the market that is clinically proven to target those effects of age-related cellular decline. So guys, it's research backed. And honestly, if you're like me and you like to be active and you want to build your muscle tone and just get in shape, Mitopure is going to help you do that by just focusing on the cellular level. So if you're interested, go to timeline.com/morningafter. That's timeline.com/morningafter to get 10% off your order of Mitopure. Again, that's timeline.com/morningafter for that 10% off. Back to Athens. Going back there, I feel like I don't think either of us really expected it to bring the nostalgic back that it did. I don't know why we didn't expect it. We had both had, well, I had been there.
Yeah.
You had maybe being there together. I don't know, just seeing the places that we used to frequent and like sharing that with our daughters felt really special to me. I mean, I feel like every time, I mean, these girls are spoiled rotten. They go all these places. They get front access to the indoor facilities, to the gymnastics, to the...
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Sean. But I don't know, to be able to share that and like show them where I would cheer basketball games. And we got to meet the women's basketball coach.
Yeah, she was cool.
And Jared Verse's sister.
And Jared Verse's sister, who's a hooper at Georgia.
And for the people who don't know who Jared Verse is.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna be a second year defensive end from Florida State. Rookie of the year last year. Stud.
Yeah, he is a stud. And his sister,
Yeah.
from what I saw, I haven't watched her play in a game, but shooting the ball, I was like, damn.
Yeah. Got game.
Yeah, got game. Loved the basketball coach. And
She
it
was
was
cool.
I mean, you know I love Bateman. I don't know. Just going back there and really getting to show them they got to see the sorority house. Mm-hmm. Should we tell the time where I snuck you in?
No.
Why?
Cause.
So boring. I did sneak him in one time. I forget you have like a house mom. I forget what you call him though.
House mom.
Is it a house mom?
nailed it.
House mother.
House mother. Yeah. I didn't really see ours very often. What does it take to be a house mother of a sorority? Like, could I go back and be like, I would like to be, I would be the most electric house mom ever. I think I'd be really good at it.
You would love yelling at everyone.
Yeah, right?
But then drinking with them too.
100%.
Yeah,
Like, they'd be like,
whoa.
whoa, really cool. Stop yelling at me.
Listen, they'd know how to have a good time. They'd know
Class
how
is
to
over.
straighten
Everybody
up.
get ready. Clean out your backpacks now. Water bottles on the table. Let's go.
They would be prepared for the next day. It
Nailed.
would be fantastic.
Dialed.
You know what? He's talking about when our girls come home, we have 4 children. That's a lot of kids. So when they don't like unpack their bags for me, I'm sorting through all this crap to get to their water bottles, to get to their snacks, to get their lunch boxes out, to clean their lunch boxes for the next day. Yeah, I would like them right when they get home. This is wishful thinking, I think, for every mother, to unpack their book bags, put their lunch boxes on the kitchen counter, including their water bottles and their snack bag, all in one area. It's really not that hard. And then I have this asshole looking at me like that. Like,
No? Oh, you're good.
when you're not around.
What a
It's a
joyful
lot.
way to come home.
Oh my God. You know what?
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm done with you. We got to go to the bookstore.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and I love taking Matthew into any type of store because he hates it.
Yes.
He does not like to buy anything. Like, things are things. It's just more crap is what he always says. And we go into that bookstore and my girls are like, oh, and you know, anything. When they're like, Mommy, I want something Georgia. I'm like, damn right you do. Let's do this. So by the end, like, we go in there to get what? What did we even go in there to get?
Water bottles or... No, we needed a white shirt to tie-dye.
We needed a white shirt to tie-dye because they were in gymnastics camp, which we'll get to. But they needed a white shirt to tie-dye and we go in. And meanwhile, we found the shirts and I have just a basically shopping cart of like, doo-doo-doo, here we are. But you know what? It was
I'm in the
worth
corner
it.
just firing off selfies with random
I
people.
know. You know what? You made their day.
No, it's all right. It was fun.
It's a good. It is different when we go back home there, or especially in Athens. Like, no one gives a shit here, and we go back there, and it's
Yeah,
like,
and I would have thought, I would have thought I'd been gone long enough to,
go
have- just
dogs.
kinda,
That shit never
forget.
fades.
Yeah.
Once a dog, always a dog. Unless you transfer early for more money, then you're no longer a dog. Then we disgrace you. But it was fun. So they did gymnastics camp there at Georgia. So they got to Simone Biles' coach, I guess, is
Yeah.
the coach for
One of the
one of the
a co-coach situation, correct?
I'm not quite sure. Don't do that.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Please don't do that.
No, that's right, Cole.
One of the things is how we talk to each other. I sometimes am in this mode of with my kids where I'm just telling them what to do, and then he'll ask me something, and I'll just say the same things to him in the same tone. He's like, "What the?" And I'm like, "Something I'm working on. Something I'm working on." So please don't do that with the cat. But right after that, we came back to Atlanta for a long time. Mm-hmm. I unpacked in Athens. And then I packed again after 2 days. And then I came back to Atlanta, unpacked to my sister's house.
Which I would say this on that front. Like, I understand why you do it, but I also feel like it's a huge stressor for you to pack. And then you decide to do it multiple times within said trip, which is like just more stress. And I know where you're coming from because like the organizational aspect of having 4 kids is crazy. I get that.
Do you know what that room would have looked like if we had to live out of suitcases with them?
No, I agree. I'm with you. But it's just like some of that. I'm like, ooh, yeah. I guess there's no really getting around it.
No, I don't think there is. If there was, listen, if someone out there that wants to invent something to where it's really easy, you know those little things that are like the pop-up things that you just like fold, and then you just hang it?
Yeah.
And it's like a little,
yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to get on
No.
that. But it is just like a major stressor part of it. And we went to like 3 different places.
Yeah.
It's a lot of packing and unpacking.
Let's see. 3 different places. So you are unpacking, so that's 1. Unpacking, packing, unpacking, packing, unpacking, packing, unpacking.
So if you're not watching the video, that was a dynamic last 10 seconds.
That's
it's
it.
just the words packing and unpacking, but she's counting on her fingers.
Yes. So, well, I'm very sorry. That's 8 times. What's 8 times 5?
40.
40. 40 times. Because if you consider each child,
Yeah.
I didn't unpack you,
Yeah.
which I know you didn't want me to, but I unpacked and packed 40 different times in the last 2.5
She's
years.
a real joy to be around.
This is where communication comes in key. Because he would say shit like that. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm doing it, okay? Like, we're going to be so much happier when it's all said and done. Whatever. So we come back. Not only that, we had to bring like the most random shit because the girls were then in soccer camp at my high school.
Yeah.
Which was really, really cool to witness. And like, I remember, or not remember, but Sawyer was like, Mommy, this is where you went to school? And I was like, yes. And like sharing that with them, being back in Atlanta in general and just being with my family. We finally got to see Chad and Rose. Mm-hmm. And that was electric. It's a lot of kids.
Oh my gosh.
They have 4 under 5 and they stayed at my parents' house. And so Matthew and I were like, we're definitely not staying there. It's way too crazy. The kids get up at the ass crack of dawn.
So does Jay Bird and cranks the TV.
Love him so much. He said he literally was like, I don't do that anymore. I'm like, Dad, it is so loud over there. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, you're the loud one though. It's not even the kids, it's you. But no, we ended up staying at my sister's, which something else I forgot about is like, I am wildly comfortable at my sister's. Wildly comfortable just being there for however long. If he would have asked me to do that, and I love your sister, I'm not saying, Jen, like you love my sister
Jen,
for sure. I would have said no. I would have said, yeah, we're gonna get a hotel.
Yeah, no,
like
I know. It's just anytime you stay with anybody, it doesn't matter who, if it's
100%.
in-laws, whatever, like you're just out of your house and in somebody else's for that long, like that's a lot of
really
time.
hard.
Yeah.
And I didn't thank you. I didn't give you enough credit in that. It's super easy for me to do that just because, I mean, that's like what I grew up with is that older sister of mine. So it's really easy for me, but I can imagine that's not easy for the in-law. So appreciate you for doing it. She did a really good job of making us comfortable and the kids loved it and it was all fun. But again, and everyone heard from my sister last week, she's a time.
Oh yeah. Love your sister. Love Brian. Their whole family is great.
Yes. It's just whoever it is. But I loved how much they loved Jenny. She is who she is. The person you heard on that podcast is the person she is. And we really do have a really good time. I mean, we can get in fights like we said on the podcast, but it's always nice to go home to her because again, these are the people that have known you your whole life and also call you out on all your bullshit, which sometimes I'm like, fuck off, because she's right and it annoys me. It's like when you do it and you're right and I'm like, damn it. That's all I can say. I'm like, you're right. I think I did that to you multiple times on this trip. But,
All good. I like it selfishly because it's somebody else to like scratch your back and rub your feet.
Don't act like you rub my feet.
Yeah, no, that's a foot aversion situation over here.
Well, I'm glad you're not the other way because, I'd rather you be that way.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, yeah, I agree. Although, like, I will say the fact that we would go sit on the couch and do that, I never saw you at night.
Yeah.
Which is probably where we would have had our conversations.
That's why I'm so far ahead on Landman.
Yeah, you know what pisses me off? Thank you. We will start a show.
And then you will just stop watching it.
No, that is not true. You're like, oh, I watched 3 episodes on the plane when I was going to Hawaii. I'm like, what the like, we were watching it together.
I gave you the heads up. I said, catch up. That's on you.
That doesn't count. I don't know where I'm catching up to. And I also like watching it with someone.
Do you though?
I mean, I don't know. It feels like
you just
kind
of
of
sit there and scroll and maybe watch
I do not scroll anymore. Don't act like I do that. I don't scroll because I'm not really on Instagram anymore.
I know we're just getting way off topic, but let's talk about like the 3 shows that Sean and Allie were like, have you guys seen? And I was like, yes, we have. She's like, I've never seen that show. I was like, we watched it together. Watched it. And I'm like, we watched this show, that show, and this show. And you're like, I've never seen this. I'm like, we watched the entire season together.
I could have sworn I'd never seen them.
So, I'm already...
What shows?
One of them was...
I don't know. I don't know
The
the shows.
Gentleman with... he was in The White Lotus season 2. He had Theo James.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Gentleman. There was another one in there.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, we've seen those. And you're like, no.
I know. And you know what? I still don't think I've seen them.
Yeah.
Like, I think you watched them on a plane and you thought I was sitting next to you in bed, but really you were on a plane.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. I didn't watch an entire season of shows on a plane ride.
There and back.
Come on, KB.
Well, it depends if it's a short series.
Kelly, you and I watched it. It's okay.
Well, here's the problem too:
really
is you always get to pick the shows.
Well, I'm sorry, but Vampire Diaries is not it. It's not it.
Says someone who's never seen it.
Season 1 of The Vampire Diaries is like some of the best television of all time.
I think I watched like all 10 seasons. It's embarrassing, but it happened. You know when you get in that, just like you just turn it on. It's
and
not
you
like...
kind of watch it, but don't, and then forget you watched it? Like...
Oh, fuck off. God.
You do with all the other shows? Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, well...
Anyway, sorry.
On. Do you guys want to get your life back like the over 2.4 million women who have already done so? Not only that, how about this? Out of a survey of about 1,800 women, 86% of them said they were losing weight, 77% said they improved their mood, and 100% said they were feeling like themselves again. And what is making them feel this way? Well, the company Happy Mammoth, this company is famous for their zero compromise policies. So there's no GMO, artificial fillers, or anything like that. Their product, Hormone Harmony, is an absolute game changer for women. I mean, I've struggled with hormonal imbalance, and honestly, I didn't even know what it was. I really didn't. Until I started looking into Hormone Harmony, and honestly, it has made me feel better physically and mentally. I mean, I felt like I was exhausted before, but it's because it contains these science-based ingredients that bring back comfort, energy, clarity, confidence. I mean, just like a sense of balance. So if you're a woman, and listen, hormones go everywhere. I mean, we have kids, we have menopause, we have perimenopause, whatever the hell that is, and we're going through all these hormonal changes, guys, and we really need something that can kind of just balance it all out. And this is why I love Happy Mammoth and their Hormonal Harmony. I have been taking it for like 4 months now and absolutely loving it. So for a limited time, you get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use that code Kelly at checkout. You can try Hormone Harmony risk-free and get a 15% off your first order with the code Kelly at checkout. Speaking of things that are annoying, is we have had 3 babies born, not we, friends and family, 3 babies born in the last 6 months, boys. And I'm going to tell you their names. And I love all their names. But you're going to know why this is frustrating. Okay. One is Foster. Okay.
Yeah.
Forrest. And Ford. I'm sorry. every time I'm talking to my brother, I'm like, how's Foster? He's like, that's not my child's name. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have fucking named your kid right after Allie had a baby. Basically the same name.
Just, what is it? Is it an anagram when the letters are
can just be
switched?
swapped
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
I mean, we had a little party for, we had a big party for Tyler because no party in Atlanta is little because we have a lot of people.
100 degrees and 80 people showed up.
You know what? But it's a great way to like get it all in.
Yeah,
One.
that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Well, would you rather gone to everyone's houses and spend our whole Atlanta
I'm
trip
kidding.
doing
It was
that?
great. It was great. It was just
great.
hot.
It was very hot. But we had all 3 babies there. And I'm looking at them and I look at the moms, which is Allie, Rose, and Abby, Hagen's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what, y'all? That's bullshit that you guys did that. Because none of us are going to get your kids' names right. Because they're all going to be like growing up together and
all of
living
us,
in the...
Yeah, all of our friends know all 3 of those people too. It's like everybody knows all of them. And it's just going to be like,
I mean, damn. I do feel bad because I have Allie, who is my best friend, and then I have my brother, who is my brother, and I can't figure out their names, the little boys' names.
Yeah.
And I always question myself. And then I just say, fuck it, Foster. And they're like, it's not right. I'm like, damn it.
Well, that's probably how they feel trying to figure out which one of our twins is which. So, you know what? Right back at you.
Yeah. Now you know what it's like. Do you remember, real quick, so speaking of lots of babies, lots of kids, last day we were there, we went to JR's. Love this spot. It's a spot that we've been going since you've known my family.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like a barbecue house?
It's a barbecue place that does like breakfast too.
Does breakfast. And we love it.
Yeah. Log cabin feel.
Yes. And our 2 tables that we take up there, we're leaving. So it's like our whole family is there. And just the amount of space we take. But the kids order pancakes, which...
Yes. I was wondering if you were going to talk about this. It's so good.
So all of a sudden, all the parents get up to start help cutting the pancakes, right? And then I just see the table shaking like ferociously. And I'm like, what is happening? And
Are we in California? Is it an earthquake again?
Yeah. It's like, what is going on? Like all the waters are shaking. And all of a sudden, I see my sister like, like the most Adderall
so
cracked
gross.
out cutting of pancakes I've ever seen.
And she was kind of talking shit while she was doing it, which was so great.
What, you never cut pancakes like this before?
I mean, I was kind of like, this is fantastic. She is rolling through these pancakes. To her credit, I mean,
It works.
I think I cut one kid's pancakes.
She
She
cut
cut 8.
10.
I'm like, whoa.
I mean, it was incredible. I looked at my mom and I go, I need you to video this because it was just one of those things.
She was a buzzsaw. I mean, rolling through. The pancakes didn't stand a chance.
But guys, if my mom actually got her doing it, I will share it. I know she doesn't care because she'll be like, yeah, I fucking crush those pancakes.
Yeah.
Like, I cut those shits fast. But like, it was, I was so concerned of what was happening. I looked down and
I
was just like,
loved it so much. She was talking so much shit. It was
she
great.
was, I forgot she was like, what?
What? Like,
What?
come on, guys. Like, I've done like 4 of them. This is sick. Competitive family, maybe? Wow.
Not at all. Not at all. We just, spend our time when we're on family vacations either playing tennis or cutting pancakes as fast as we can.
was so
or,
good.
I mean, God knows what. But no, I mean, seeing just my sister and brother and Rose and Brian, all the kids, I mean, it just brings a lot of joy to me because it doesn't happen often, especially with Chad. And then we also, I mean, like we said, I mean, I got to see Erin, which Erin was my cousin who had the same surgery I did, same brain surgery.
She looked great.
She looks so good.
Yep.
Like Dr. Thompson, shout out to you. Gosh, she has had an incredible just recovery from it all.
Yeah.
And seeing her and just spending some time with her really was nice. But yeah, just seeing everybody. I feel like if there's anyone out there that is like, should we go home? Should we take the kids? If you don't live, right? If you don't live near where you grew up or where your family is, do it. It's so worth it. It's hard and exhausting packing and getting everyone there. But once you're there, I feel like on the backside of it is you get to relax and not filter yourself and be unapologetically yourself. And like, that is almost like you don't have to work anymore. Sometimes I feel like with people that haven't known me my whole life, or people that I have to explain why I'm tired or kind of filter myself.
Yeah.
That can be exhausting.
Yeah.
And to go home and just kind of like,
yeah,
let it be.
Yeah. I feel like you should be yourself more often. I don't feel like you need to filter yourself very much. If you're tired, believe me, nobody's better at that than me. Just being like, guys, real fun hanging out, but I gotta go.
Well, I'm not even, I honestly, when you said don't filter yourself, I was like, this podcast is about to get real fun then, because here we go.
Oh, no. Well, I'm not saying it for the entire world. You know what I'm saying? But when you're hanging out with people that, whatever you say, you haven't known your whole life, like.
Well, I'm not saying like.
No, I know that, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, there's like a certain comfort level with your family and friends that you've known for forever. So I get that. I
mean, they've known me before kids, before you, before they've known how I was raised, the parents that raised me, why I'm the way I am.
Yeah.
And that in general is just nice to be around. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that you think getting all your kids packed up and getting them, you know, across the country and how hard that can be. It's also incredibly rewarding when you're there.
And for them.
And to see...
The kids love playing like with their cousins and stuff. And I remember those times too when I was a kid, like in Florida playing with my cousins and stuff. So I get it. Cool.
I also think it's like really important for them to see relationships that you might not see. You might not see this person all the time, but it's not like you're, you know, coming back and you're getting to know each other again. You're just picking up where you left off.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for them to see that and those kind of relationships. Yeah. So I don't know. If you are out there and you're saying, should we go? Should we not go? Do it. I mean, it's always worth it in the end. It's just getting there and back is.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's easy as to why I chose Function. It is the best in the world for testing. It's an all-in-one health platform with over 100 advanced lab tests covering your entire body. You can pick and choose which ones you want to do, but it just goes 5 times more in depth than an average physical. And so this summer, they're doing a Long Live campaign. And what is that? Long Live is a celebration of the everyday moments that make life worth staying healthy for. So we're testing to make sure we are healthy. And you know, if we can find those sooner, maybe we can make some lifestyle changes that can make us healthier and can fix whatever might be underlying underneath. Long Live is a celebration of everyday moments that make life worth staying healthy for. And guys, we might feel incredible on the outside, but sometimes there's something underlying that we just don't see. And this is what Function can help you see. So that maybe if we need to make lifestyle changes or anything like that, we can do it to stay healthy for a long time. So what does long live mean for me? I mean, I would say long live visiting family. Long live pancakes for breakfast. Long live just morning walks with my husband. In the spirit of Long Live and taking control of your health, you can get a $100 credit towards your annual membership at www.functionhealth.com/morningafter. This $100 credit is only for the first 1,000 listeners that sign up. So www.functionhealth.com/morningafter. Guys, it's important to know what's going on the inside. And it is why I love Function, because they have so many tests to be able to test whatever you need. So again, it's www.functionhealth.com/morningafter. One more shout out to Atlanta, and then we're going to go into some headlines real quick. But one more shout out to Atlanta. Winnie turned 95.
Yeah.
We had a little
95/5 birthday, right?
Yes. So Winnie turned 95. Ty turned 5.
Tried that math problem with the girls. We didn't get it to 100, but that's okay. We'll keep working.
It's tough. It's tough being a parent. Oh, don't give me I've not thought about homework or math since they've been in summer, and I don't want to think about it till they're back. So let's not. Just want to again say happy birthday. We did a little surprise for her, and as she's walking in, I'm like, we're not yelling surprise, right?
Like, can we whisper this? I mean, like, just gently bring her into the situation that there's a gazillion people here.
Like, what if she you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get scared. Like, not even because everyone's like, will she have a heart attack? And I'm like, nah, Winnie's healthy, but she might get fearful and fall backwards.
It was cool though. Everybody kind of like quietly sang her happy birthday. She loved it.
And she teared up, and it was really sweet. And then Tai went and gave her the biggest hug. I was like, "It's my birthday today."
Yeah, 100%.
Like not happy
It's like,
birthday to you. It's my birthday.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You
All right.
got invited to my birthday.
I have some headlines for you real quick. So this came out, and I want to get your opinion on it. Amal Clooney does not let people use cell phones in their house, meaning they take people's phones when they go in.
Oh, I love that.
You do.
She's like, well, yeah. I do like having a cell phone every once in a while because I do like a Google situation to try and learn. But she's probably got like encyclopedias. Chick is like
Brilliant.
real learned up.
Turns out she is the encyclopedia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think there's something to it.
Lose track of time.
Lose track of time, fun stuff, and like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I love that they're trying to curate that environment in their house.
I think what is needed is one phone, a burner phone, I don't care what it is, that sits in the middle that you can use for Google, because turns out we're not encyclopedias over here. Use for Google and as
Speak for yourself.
I will speak for myself. I am not. And like an emergency number in case the people who are at the house, there's an emergency outside of the house.
Super practical, KB.
I'm sorry.
I'm with you. No, it 100% makes sense.
Uh-huh.
What about a landline?
Yeah.
I love the idea of a landline.
Yeah. I bet they have probably security. I would think maybe.
What do you mean?
Like somebody outside.
No, I'm saying like if we went over there, when we get invited to a mall and
George's
George's house.
This is open inviting ourselves to your house. No, I'm just kidding.
Get it out there, guys.
I love it. I think it's great.
I think it's great too. I like
Totally
it.
with you.
I think we should do it. We never host people, but they were saying like they do it because of like privacy. Like it's hard to have like private conversations now because either there's phones or you're out and about, and them being who they are, I'm sure everyone's just recording.
Yeah.
So that's why they do it. They host a lot.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty awesome. I think we should do more of that.
Yeah.
I gotta learn to cook.
I also think that, I mean, like, we got 4 kids to run around, so it's kind of hard to have like real dinner parties, but.
Oh, you just stick the kids outside.
Okay. Just
In the best way possible.
Yard the kids.
Listen, you're acting like I'm sticking them out there and there's not a massive yard, pool, trampoline. I mean, God, please. It's Disney World.
Humble brag.
No, that's not a fucking humble
I'm
brag.
just
That's
kidding.
just
I'm
real,
just
and I'm
kidding.
letting people know.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Anyways,
Sorry.
moving on. Do you know who the highest grossing actor is now?
Actor?
Well, actor can
Yeah, no, I
encompass
saw
both.
this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It kind of surprised me. Did
Yeah,
it surprise
ScarJo,
you?
right?
Yeah, Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson.
Yeah.
And I was like, what movies? So Jurassic Park
So-
obviously is huge, but the Avengers.
Yeah, what was like I didn't see the exact like qualifier for it. You know what I mean? Was it like
that's
was
interesting.
in the movies or was the lead or whatever? I mean, either way, unbelievably impressive.
I don't think
Really
it's the
cool.
lead because I think Iron Man was mentioned, and obviously she's not the lead there. But she
Yeah, but-
passed Robert Downey Jr. That was who was second.
Yeah, it's super cool. Either way, I mean, she's made a bunch of hits and she's
She's fire.
a stud, and I think her husband's really funny.
Who's her husband?
Colin Jost.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
update.
I mean, what a power couple. So the number is 14 billion.
Yeah, her movies that she's been in have grossed.
Yes, almost 15 billion, basically.
Yeah.
Which is wild to me. That's
Yeah.
a lot. Good for you, girl.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, a woman on top. That's what she said. I'm sorry. Wait, that's what he said, maybe? I don't know. All right. Oh, yeah. I also have in here headlines that Amazon Prime ends today, so make sure you get your orders in. It's very important.
Love that.
And do you know who's in the finals of Wimbledon?
Not happened yet.
Semifinals.
Semis. Taylor Fritz made the semis.
Who's his girlfriend?
Is that Morgan, Riddle? Let me look it up.
She blonde. Mm-hmm. She's very, very pretty.
Taylor Fritz. Alcaraz
Yes.
was playing today. I imagine he got in.
Who did he? Do we know?
Yes,
Shelton?
he played Nori, who was a British guy. Who,
Okay.
when I saw Alcaraz was beating him handily.
Okay.
Yannick Sinner is still in, so that's the 1 seed, the 2 seed. Fritz is probably like a 8 seed or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know who
you
the
know the
fourth.
last one is?
Ben Shelton was playing Yannick Sinner, so maybe.
Okay.
And then for the women, Iga Swiatek and Sabalenka are the two that are like highest seeds that are still remaining.
Okay. Women, I feel like
There were a lot of upsets this year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I feel like men, there's like this like solid, just like on the top all the time. You said Sinner's still in it or no?
Yeah, and then I think Djokovic is still in it actually too. So like, there you go. That's like 1, 2, 3 right there.
You like know, and then women, I feel like sometimes it's two that you don't really know about.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. Like you get to see different. Ben Shelton's the one with
Trinity Robbins.
Yes.
Significant other.
She's the soccer player.
Correct.
She's fantastic. Stunning.
Yeah, she's a stud.
I like watching that interaction of her, watching him, and I'm sure he goes to
I'm sure it's cool, right? Like two young, like highly skilled athletes.
To be that, to be young and a highly skilled athlete sounds pretty awesome. You got one of them. You're not so young no more.
Yeah.
We had to come back from our vacation. We're going to end this, but because it's time. It's time Matthew starts, getting back to it, which is so amazing and so sad all at the same time, just because I know it's coming and it's going to be a lot of stress.
Yeah.
But at least I won't be yelling at you. I'll just be yelling at them. Like, you'll be gone, so I won't mix that up. All right, guys. Reminder that our Monday guest episodes are on a brief break, and we'll be back in a few weeks, which we have some awesome guests lined up. I'm really excited. And also rate 5 stars, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will be back next Thursday for another TMA. Thank you for coming on in. I think you should just come next week too. Are you around?
Yeah, probably.
We can talk about Montana a little bit.
Sure.
It was fantastic. We'll dive into that next week. All right, guys. Until then, have a splash.
Make a splash. God, I was not ready, but there we go.
You crushed it.